Hey everybody, Louis from Glasshouse again. Part 3 of the Swiss Army trailer build. Please enjoy.
I'm going to cut that out so that I can bring the cable through there. So if I ever have to pull anything up into the box, I can do it through that slot right there. And I may put a roller of some kind right there inside the box so that the cable can roll up over top of it and not put pressure on the top of the bottom part of the box there. When I slit it out, it'll weaken it, so I may have to maybe put some reinforcement on there or something, keep that rigid. So I finally have this mechanism back in place, and I got it, this piece of angle iron across here, just sit across here so I could figure out how high I could jack it with this thing and still keep it under the bed of the trailer. So that's touching on that angle iron now. So now that's in place, and I got a piece of stainless steel pipe welded right there on the end, and another one over here. So that's going to pivot off of that piece of C channel. And then I'm taking this C channel right here, and I'm going to weld this across here, and I have to weld some little plugs in the ends. So I'm going to use the, I think, which is the right size, the old cylinder shaft right here from the old cylinders will fit in the end of that thing. And here was somewhat haphazardly made. The dimensions between here and here are slightly different, but you know, it doesn't matter. It just goes up and down, quite simple. So it's not going to interfere with anything as far as being strong and pushing the trailer up in position. So I actually found the old piston from the last cylinders that were in that power pack, that dumper mechanism. I have material the same size as that. So I pounded into it. So first I cut the end off because it was grouty with weld on it. Then I got these two chunks cut off. And that took me about 25 minutes to cut that out with that weapon. Gotta work out. It's warm. So I need to cut this down to 1.5 inches outside diameter so it'll fit inside the end of that tube. And there's a weld in there because it's not DOM, so I have to either grind the weld out or I need to put a little slit in it. So we got a piece here. I'll tighten this vise up. There, that should hold it. And then I'll get a grindstone. Inch all the way around. About 1 inch. So maybe I'll mark it so I kind of have an idea. So go in like that far and then weld it all the way around. And I hammer it in that far. That should do it. So here we go. Turn this around. close. Oh, no problem. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Alright, that's plenty. Plenty. She's sloppy on there. Piece number 2. Straight edge. These are right. Good enough. Inch and a half. Here I come. That. 2 hours of work later. Two pieces of pipe. Okay, so now I need to lift that up. I need to lift it up. So, get the gantry crane going here. Alright, so there's our loop we're going to use for hanging this thing up and down. When I need to hook up the lines and all that, I'll need to have access. So, and I'll stick this screwdriver through that bottom hole, and that'll be my my little pin. Over top loosely, and that's fine. What I can do is I can shim it. I have a roll of really thin brass, and that would be very advantageous to have. Yeah, so I can take out that little bit of stuff. So I'm going to cut 2 of these things off this line. So I'll just take this little piece of material here. It's 1/8 of an inch thick. And I'm going to shim up the 2 pipes. That should be good. that there's too hard to get at. And I'll have to do that from over there. So what we got here is some plastic wheels, but they're from a caster that come with a bracket and a pivoter. And I cut it off and welded it onto this piece of angle iron here and made like a little axle to go through the side of the box. And those are from the coolers that go into a grocery store that you bend down and reach in. It's cold there, but it's the top's wide open. When they come into the grocery store, they come in on like 6 or 8 of these things. So they're pretty strong to roll a cooler around. So I'm going to put a number of them along the side here, so that when the box rolls off, it's going to have something to drive on. So basically, looks like it's going to be riding on the top of this right here. So I may put a little strip of steel on there. Yeah, just out late at night. It's about 9 o'clock. I'm just kind of fooling around with the trailer again tonight, late. And I got it on the gantry crane and opened up the mouth of the monster. And it went up nice and smooth with the crane, obviously. I tried putting air into it, 150 psi in one cylinder, and it wouldn't lift it, but it's only 150 psi, and probably what it needs is more like 500 pounds, and then it would probably lift an empty trailer. But yeah, and it looks good. And it looks to me like, well, there's still another half a cylinder length to extend out there. So those things are going to extend to the point where this crazy thing might just turn straight up and down 90 degrees to the ground. I don't know. I don't have anything high enough to lift it other than hydraulics. So that'll happen. I guess we'll find that out when I get the hydraulic line in, so I can hook it to this orifice right here. This orifice right here needs the fluid coming out and going into a T between those two right there.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that one. It was kind of a learn how to use a grinder to cut everything video. But, anyways, I'm glad I'm done with that one. See you on the next one. Hope you enjoy this one. Later.